Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. So let's take a look at the charts. We pushed through last week that 178.04 2.5-year channel top on the weekly chart, and we fell away to close the week below it, keeping the market in sell mode over the 2 to 3 month time frame, anticipating a bearish rotation back to the 149.64 channel top over the next 2 to 3 months. Now we're right back above that point. I want to point the same exact formation, 178.04 on the weekly chart, comes in at 177.96 on the daily chart. And you can see how last week that would have been was it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday? Yeah, Wednesday of last week, we actually did close above this structure by the required 1% margin on an intra week. That is a daily basis, not on a weekly basis. And, it was kind of a cautionary note, not yet to really load up on a long position. If you went long at that point in time, you really do need to see a settlement for the week itself above that 178.04 channel top by a full 1% margin. So a Friday settlement, once again, 179.82 or higher, does shift NVIDIA into really just bullish continuation. More of the same, more of what we've seen since the April low. And then 219.64 becomes our next 2 to 3 month objective if we close Friday 179.82 or higher. Now on an intra-week basis, I'm back to, if you went long on Monday's close above 177.96, I could support that. In terms of a swing trade, I think that's what it may present as upward continuation to 185.67, a rising channel top over the last couple of weeks. It lines up well with that 186.39 full swing count right now. Sorry, a 1.5 swing count to the upside. So the two combined form daily resistance. On the way up, I have 183.30, nothing more than last Thursday's high. We could double top there on an intraday basis. If we push through 183.30, we just might reach 185.67 today. And I don't mean to get too excited to the upside. Once again, I am not convinced of the likelihood for bullish continuation through the rest of the third quarter and into the fourth, unless we do close Friday at 179.82 or higher. We could perhaps rally up to 185.67 today, Tuesday into Wednesday, test that area Tuesday, Wednesday, fall back Thursday, Friday to close the week once again at or below the 179.82 1% threshold. In fact, back below even 178.04. So we could do this again. This could be a repeat.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
It's almost impossible to determine whether it is or not. Let me add one fine point here, and that is if we close above 185.67 today, and you might want to make that 186.39 just for safekeeping, then the odds do begin to favor a settlement for the week itself on Friday, 179.82 or higher. So in terms of kind of an early start, and once again, we don't have clarity until we close Friday at 179.82 or higher. But in terms of an early start on what could be a longer-term buy signal into the 219 handle over the next few months, that could be completed with a settlement today above 186.39. That would also obviously be above this channel top at 185.69.7. So I don't see that happening today, but it's certainly possible. I could see us testing that area today, but closing above it I don't think is likely. If we close, say, above it Wednesday, 186.39, once again, an early lead on a long-term buy signal. I have no problem in entering at least a partial long position, and then the balance would be a Friday settlement of 179.82 or higher. So I think I've covered the upside pretty well. Let's talk downside today. If we break or open, you could call it 178.04, you could call it 177.96. It is this long-term channel top. Breaking 177.96 will allow 173.72 today. This is the inside channel that did hold last Friday's low, roughly. I mean, we broke it. We did not close below it. It's still a solid day tradable level, 173.72. In reach below 177.96. If we break 173.72 today, 169.13 is likely. 169.13 can contain weekly selling pressures, which isn't saying much Tuesday because Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we can rally right back into this 178.04 area on the weekly chart. It would be, just like as I mentioned before, a settlement above 185.67 to 186.39 is an early lead on a longer-term buy signal. It would be a settlement today below 169.13. That is an early sign of longer-term weakness. Because why I say that, if we close today below 169.13, I think it is highly likely we will close the week yet again below 178.04, thus keeping 149.64 in reach over the next 2 to 3 months. And so if we were to close today below 169.13, which is not likely, but if so, we have a 3 to 5 day sell signal of 159.25. We could bottom out at 159.25 through the rest of August, round back up into the upper 170s again within 2 to 3 weeks. But it is the upper 170s that are the primary overhead trend-defining resistance. In other words, while we may bottom out at 159.25 and round up into the upper 170s, it would be the upper 170s that would present yet another solid sell opportunity longer term into the upper 140s. As I said at the beginning of the video, if we were to close over the next couple of weeks below 159.25, we're just at this stage just another week away from testing 149.46, but that will change over time as this structure continues to rise through time, and it will become a 2 to 3 week and a 3 to 5 week sell signal upon settlement below 159.25. But by that time, we'll either have violated 159.25 to the downside, or we will get that long-term buy signal. The market seems bent on producing. We just don't know if it will. Once again, the analogy I like to use, the rubber band is stretching to the upside. It hasn't snapped to the upside unless we close Friday at or above 179.82. And then 219.64 is likely by the end of the year or sooner. I think that pretty much covers it. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. I really think you should check out our daily SPY and our daily Triple Q analysis. We've been hitting some key areas, similar to what you're seeing here in NVIDIA, and the two are behaving pretty well in tandem. I'm talking in particular the Triple Q, but even the S&P 500. They've hit notable 4-month channel support last Friday, rising daily. They both came very close to reaching 2.5-year long-term channel structures, similar to what you're seeing in NVIDIA, and fell away last week, putting out a key reversal high in both of them, a bearish engulfing pattern in both of them. And I'm not reading into that unless we violate a channel support to the downside, and I'm not going to go into that. I think you should actually go check that out by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. I will be back tomorrow, of course, with Wednesday's NVIDIA report, and you have a great day.